What's up, peeps? I'm Blue Devil. Today we're going to take a look at two mechanical gaming keyboards from Wooting. Who is Wooting, you may ask? Well, Wooting is a group of young guys from the Netherlands who got fed up with the whole gaming stereotype and decided to start what is known as Wooting. Their mission: to make analog keyboards an industry standard. So Calder, the business guy, Eric the designer, and Jerion the engineer together drafted what is to be the Wooting 1 in July of 2015. Fast forward to February, and the first prototype was announced publicly. That May, the three visited several factories to prepare the Kickstarter campaign, which raised over 130,000 euros. However, with any product, mass production has its fair share of failures. It seems like making analog keyboards is a bit more complicated than anticipated. After a few more attempts at mass production, the Wooting team finally had a successful first batch of mass production. In August 2017, all backers and supporters received their much-awaited Wooting 1 10-keyless analog keyboard. About 6 months later, a major requested update was released to address various RGB effects. Then the question arose, would you make a full-size version? With an astounding yes, in June of 2018, the Wooting team hit up Kickstarter once again to raise another 136,000 euros for production of the Wooting, this time delivering about 6 months later with much of the packaging done by the team themselves. Currently, the Wooting team is developing their very own key switch type, Lecker, which has been seen at Computex this past May. Starting with the One, obviously is a 10-keyless design, so first impressions make the One look like any other TKL keyboard. The keycaps are ABS plastic, so no PBT love here. But really, RGB lighting has issues with illumination with PBT keycaps anyways. So for me, there's no issues. Under the ABS keycaps are the Flaretech Clicky 55 blue switches. As you might have guessed, they are very close to Cherry MX blue switches, but have MX stems if you want to swap out the keycaps. Having 4 millimeters of travel distance means that the analog is 1.5 millimeters to 3.6 millimeters of clicky goodness. Lighting is bang on, with the light source being at the top right of the Flaretech switches, allowing per key lighting to be perfectly uniform. What if you want to swap out the switches? Gotta buy a totally different keyboard, right? Nope. Wooting includes 4 extra hot swappable switches. 2 red, 2 blue, as well as a keycap and switch puller. This allows you to mix and match to make your Wooting 1 or 2 suit your needs. Best of all, these switches don't suffer from debounce delay or key chatter because they have freaking infrared laser beams. Here is a typing test of the Wooting 1 and 2 along with a few other mechanical keyboards. Construction of both the Wooting 1 and 2 is also nothing short of insane. Fixed with a AL5052 aluminum top plate, these keyboards are made to take a beating. More ABS plastic for the base is present, along with 7 rubberized pads as well as 2 rubberized feet. Make sure the 1 or 2 doesn't slide around on your desk. Cable duty is managed by a cable gutter that exits on the left, center, or right side. Running a 6.5-foot braided micro USB connection on the Wooting 1 is a bit of a mess. However, is corrected with the USB Type-C connection on the Wooting 2. And what would an RGB keyboard be without its companion software utility? Well, Wooting calls it Wootility. Yeah, I know. Wootility lets you literally control everything to do with a Wooting keyboard. From using the digital profile or one of the 4 analog profiles, Wootility really lets you customize your experience. The digital profile is where one would adjust for different actuation points throughout your key press on a per key basis. However, the dial gets raised to 11 when an analog profile is selected. The same actuation settings are present. However, a few more tabs are now available. Analog bindings, which allow a user to configure gamepad key bindings to X input and direct input. The analog settings tab allows for users to customize their analog curve from 1.5 millimeters to 3.6 millimeters, depending on how deep a key is pressed. And the most interesting tab, but also could be the most controversial, is the DKS settings tab. DKS binding essentially allows for multiple keys to be pressed within the same keystroke. So in FPS games, walk and sprint are usually W for walk and W plus left shift for sprint. Once a DKS binding is applied, a light press on W would result in walking, a hard press for sprinting. These DKS bindings could be looked upon as somewhat cheating. However, there isn't anything to prove otherwise. Oh, and Wootility also controls RGB lighting as well. Alright, let's talk pricing for a hot minute. Priced at $140 US for the one and $160 for the two, these mechanical keyboards aren't for the faint of heart. However, premium mechanical keyboards from Ducky, DAS Keyboards, and even Cooler Master don't offer this level of customization. So in short, the one from Wooting gets a solid 4.5 flames, only due to the micro USB connection. The two gets a perfect score, 5 flames. Wooting has done an extremely good job from conception to production, making a solid keyboard that won't disappoint. Make sure you stay tuned. The Wooting 2 Lacquer Edition should make its way to me in the future. Okay peeps, I'm Blue Devil. Thank you so much for watching or reading. If you would be so kind as to like and subscribe to the Overclock YouTube channel, that'd be great. Blue Devil, out.